Hi, this is Anu and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you could join me today for another tutorial. It is cold in here, my ears are freezing every time I go outside and I can feel the cold air on my scalp. So today I decided to share with you this adorable, super easy to make beanie hat that will keep your little noggin warm and toasty. I love this mustard color too. This is a yarn that I got at Hobby Lobby. I will put all the information about this yarn down below. You have kind of a brim hat that imitates knitting, and then also a new stitch that I wanted to share with you that looks like knitting too, yet it is crochet. I love it because sometimes I'm a little jealous about the tight knit stitch. Very rarely, but sometimes, and I found a way to copy it. So I think it's the knit, you have knit and purl. The knit side of the knitting, that's what we have been copying in crochet today, and I cannot wait to show you how to do it. It's super easy. What do you think? Isn't it cute? I really like it. So that brim is super easy to make. First we make the brim and then we assemble it to create a circle, and then we continue on and make the hat from the brim up. So this hat is worked from the brim up. Snug, but not too snug. It is soft. If you are not subscribed to my channel, don't hesitate to do so. It is totally free. Click on the subscribe button right here. Don't hesitate to hit on that little bell so you will know every time I post something new. Also, don't hesitate to come and visit me on my social media right there. Yeah, that's about it. If you would like to know how to create this adorable, super easy to make knit-like beanie, then keep on watching. And in the meantime, happy crochet. Bye. And for this tutorial, you will need a 6mm crochet hook and 2 skeins of chunky yarn from the Hobby Lobby brand. I love this yarn, chunky, in color mustard. Alright, so take your yarn and your crochet hook and make a slip knot. And make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 chains. In the second chain from your hook, make a single crochet and another, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That was the first row of the brim of your hat. And for the second row, chain 1, turn your work around. We're going to single crochet, but in the back loop only. So here is the first stitch. Only take the back loop and make a single crochet. And repeat in the next 5 stitches, making single crochet, taking only the back loop. That's the third one. 4, 5, 6, and in the 7th one, you are going to take both of the loops, so a regular single crochet, not in the back loop only, but taking the whole stitch. And that is the way you're going to end each and every row of your brim. Chain 1, and now let's tackle the third row, and again, a single crochet in the next 6 stitches, but taking only the back loop. But right there in the last one, in the 7th stitch, take the whole stitch and make a single crochet, chain 1 and turn your work around, and you are creating those little ridges that will look like a knitted stitch. And you will repeat these rows back and forth, working on those 7 stitches, taking the first 6 stitches only with the back loop and making a full single crochet in the last stitch until you have 52 rows in total. And this is what your work will look like at the end of your 52 rows. We're creating the brim of your hat, and we're going to assemble the sides of your hat to create a circle. Super easy. You haven't fastened off at the end of your 52nd row. And now we are going to slip stitch together the 2 sides to close it and create a circle. And for that, it's super easy. You are going to place stitch to stitch, pass your crochet hook in the first stitch from one side and in the same stitch on the other side, yarn over and through all the stitches and through the loop on your crochet hook. Repeat in the second stitch, pass your crochet hook, find the second stitch on the other side, yarn over through all the stitches and through the loop on your crochet hook, and repeat that 7 times. Alright, so now it is assembled. You have the brim of your hat that is made, and then you're going to chain 1 and you're going to turn the brim right side up. You had it on the wrong side. You're going to see the wrong side where you assembled your brim together, and on the right side it will look seamless. Alright, so you have the right side facing you. You're going to chain 1, and then all around your brim, coming from the top right there along the brim, you are going to pick up single crochets. It's super easy to see where to pick them up. You pick one in the little valley of that little brim, and then right here, and then one in the 3D part, the one that just kind of comes towards you. So you have the little valleys and little mountain. One little stitch in the valley, and then 1 single crochet in the mountain. That is the mountain one, that is the valley. And that is the mountain. And that is the valley. And since you had 52 rows of the brim, you should have 52 stitches at the end of that first row of the body of your hat. I will meet you at the end of that first row. At the end of your first row, you're going to slip stitch with the first single crochet you had made, and then you're going to chain 1. Now we're going to work on that stitch that looks like a knitting stitch. So instead of going into the stitch you usually go to, you're going to make a single crochet, but going right in the middle of the stitch from the previous row. You see that stitch you had created? You see it's like a little V, a little door. You're going to put your crochet hook in between those 2 door panels and make a single crochet. Again, not in the stitch as we usually do it, but in that little V stitch from the previous row. And that is how you create the illusion of having a knit stitch. Right like that. Isn't it pretty? And super easy. The secret for that stitch is to not crochet too tight, because you want to comfortably be able to go in between that stitch from the previous row. So the tension should be a little looser than what you usually do, but not too loose, of course, because you want it to be even and try to keep the same tension. And that is what you're going to repeat all around that second row until you reach the first stitch of the row where you slip stitch. Now to know where the row begins and ends, when the rounds begin and ends, because we're crocheting in the round now, you can place a stitch marker. And then you slip stitch with the first stitch, you chain 1. Alright, you're going to continue in this way, repeating round 2 over and over until the end of round 12. This is what your work will look like right now. Then at round 12 you're going to make a single crochet in the 2 first stitches, and then you're going to make a decrease, and it's the same as a single crochet decrease, but you're going to insert your crochet hook again in the middle of that stitch, and in the middle of the next stitch yarn over and back through the stitch. Do that twice. You have 3 loops on your crochet hook. Yarn over and through all the loops, and then again you're going to make 2 single crochets, a single crochet in the next stitch. All right, repeat the decrease, so a single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. You are at your row 13, at your round 13, and then decrease, turning the 2 next single crochet into 1. And that is what you're going to do all along that 13th round, therefore decreasing and giving that beanie the shape that you want. And that's round 13. And then for round 14 you're going to make a single crochet, and then another single crochet, and then you're going to do a single crochet in the one that we had decreased, the stitch we had decreased on round 13, and here you go, and continuing making single crochets all around for that round 14, and I will meet you at the end of your round 14. And then for round 15 you're going to just make a single crochet all around, still doing the same kind of knit stitch that we have done before. In round you're going to repeat a round of decrease, so making 2 single crochets and then turning the 2 next stitches into 1 all around. And then for the next 2 rounds, you are going to again make 2 rounds of single crochet all around. And this is what your work will look like. And now for that next round, what we're going to do is close this top of the hat, close this hole. And for this next round, what you're going to do is make 1 single crochet, then decrease, 1 single crochet, decrease, 1 single crochet, decrease, all around. And then for the last round, you're going to decrease all around. Chain 1, there you go, turn those 2 next single crochets into 1. And repeat with the 2 next one, turning them into 1, all around. Alright, so you will continue decreasing in each and every stitch, turning 2 stitches into 1 in each and every stitches all around until your hole is totally closed, and then you will fasten off and sew in the rest with a tapestry needle. And voila, this is what your hat will look like. It's beautiful, I love it. It is a perfect shape for my head. Of course, you can adjust it to yours. If you have a bigger head than mine, you make more rows for the brim and then you make more rounds for the body. But this is what it should look like at the end of your work. Now, time to take all of the loose ends and take your tapestry needle and sew in all the loose tails at the back of your work. And voila, just like that you are done, my friends. What do you think? I think it's gorgeous. I think it's super, super cool, and I love the way it looks when I wear it. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial as much as I have enjoyed creating it for you. Let me know if you're interested. Maybe next time I will make matching gloves with the same yarn, maybe open fingers gloves, because that's what I have been wearing lately. Voila! So in the meantime, kisses to all, happy crochet, and see you soon. Bye!